Alright, let's try to get everything linked in here together because it's not wanting to come in. So we'll try it this way. There we go. Click that sucker 3 times and it would not update. There's that. Here is, yeah, I knew that wasn't there. Had to restart this morning. Son of a butter knife. All right. Good morning, Santee. Good morning, Ty. Hope you guys are doing good this morning. Let me see here. Come on, fingers. Arr. Yes, see, there we go. It's not the fingers, it's the crappy keyboard. Then we make it all blue. Then we copy it. Then we go there. Then we slip it up there. Alright, let me see here who snuck in there while I was typing that frickin' chapter out. Good morning, Candy. Morning, Tony. Good morning, Buck. Hope you're doing good. Watch with the shades. My future's so bright, I gotta wear shades. Besides that, it covers up my raccoon eyes from the furs I spent out in direct sunlight yesterday, 90 degrees, mowing the yard. Because I'm a tardo. Besides that, I've come to find out since I started getting the haze over my right eye, the darker I keep things, the less it the less it messes with me. I've actually considered starting to wear my eye patch, um, only because that haze is so thick over my eye. When I go outside, it's like I've got a piece of cellophane or something over this eye, and it throws me off because this is all like bright and reflective and shit, and this one here is still crystal clear, and it's like, son of. I noticed it really bad yesterday in here, when I was working on that video and I was doing all the typing and stuff on the editing program. It's like I noticed I was doing this a lot while I was typing. Good morning, Sarah. Good to see you. Oh, let me see here. Uh, bright and shiny future today. Dude, I got a surprise coming up for you guys. Hopefully, hopefully, by tonight's live stream. But if not by tonight's live stream, then on our investigation Sunday night of the Old Town Cemetery in South Bend, Indiana, I'll be able to give you guys a little extra surprise on that one. We'll just see how time flies. I'm really hoping by tonight's live stream. I may have to stream from outside because I ain't got much room back here. Look forward to tomorrow's video. Hey Jan, good morning, dear. Yeah, I'm gonna try an eye patch. As soon as I loaned my daughter my eye patch because she wanted. I loaned her my tricorn and my eye patch for Halloween last year. The little shit brought my tricorn back in here, but never brought my eye patch in, and now she don't know where it's at. It's like, dude, that is like an old leather, like a nice thick cupped leather eye patch, and she don't know where she put the bloody thing. I knew I should have made that strap on that thing about 3 times thicker when I put it down around her neck. Damn kids. Oh, let me see here. Getting ready to take the kids to the park. Cool. Parks are nice. I like parks. Then again, I'm still a kid at heart, so screw it. Probably won't get to Michigan until almost 7 tonight. Tell her to drive faster. We got a live stream to do, and I don't want to be in the middle of the live stream when you pull up. Matter of fact, as long as it's not raining, I might just set the live stream up right out at the jailhouse. So come dressed. Good morning, Ian. There's Sarah. Go and have breakfast at the park and feed some ducks. Ducks don't like eggs. If you happen to find my gold egg laying goose at the park, just mail my goose to me. I can't find him. I have no gold eggs around here, and it's really starting to piss me off. So if you find my gold egg laying goose, keep 3 eggs for yourself, mail my goose to me. Very possibly a jailhouse stream tonight. Who knows? I don't think geese or ducks like eggs. It's kind of cannibalistic in a way, I guess. I mean, they might. Who knows? Yeah, definitely keep a few for yourself. You deserve that. Quite honestly, keep 5 of them. Keep 5 of them. I really only need about 2 gold eggs, two gold goose eggs to get everything straightened up here and be flying ahead of the game again. 3 if you count getting the stuff ready for Ghostorama, the new business cards, the new banner that we need for the table fronts and everything else. So keep 5 for yourself. You'll be all right. Yeah, I know. Tell me about it, Ty. Willy Wonka stole my golden goose, that bastard. Never doubt what hunger will drive a creature to do. True dat. Just look at old Alfred Packer out there in Colorado. You know, the Colorado cannibal. He took a group of guys out trekking and wound up eating a couple of them while they were out there. Then again, you know, anybody worth their weight in salt would know you don't want to take people out in the mountains of Colorado in the middle of winter without enough provisions. Alfred Packer. He was known as the Colorado Cannibal. So does this mean you want me to bring Old West shackles and jailer keys? You can. I got the handcuffs, don't forget. I got the handcuffs, so if you want to bring the shackles, you're good. Keeping the meat cold. I could imagine being stuck out there with this guy, and he's going to eat you. Well, the first person they ate, I guess, was like 65 years old or something like that, and he died. They were, running low on provisions, so, I guess he suggested to the party, let's go ahead and cut him up and cook him. It was a lot like the Donner Party situation, where they were stuck. There was no hunting to be found because the weather was so bad. He was a shitty mountain man. He really honestly didn't know his head from his butt. But he talked a good game, so people believed him. And he wound up costing some men their lives. So get that off there. Let me see here. Ty, I figured you guys would be on the road by now, knowing it's like a 5-hour trip. I really honestly figured she'd done already been at your house, got you packed up, and start heading this way. That is the big surprise, guys. Ty and our friend Brenna are both leaving Iowa this morning and heading to Michigan for 4 days. So, I'll have the weekend with Ty. We're going to do some filming for his channel. We're going to do a little filming for our channel. We got the paranormal investigation at the Old City Cemetery in South Bend on Sunday night. And they're going to balls out of here Monday sometime to head back to Iowa. So that's the big surprise. I wasn't going to, go into any detail and leave it a mystery, but since, he said something about not getting here till 7 o'clock tonight. That kind of blew it in the ass. Thanks a lot, Tyler, you jerk. Yeah, see, since Brenna likes to drive and stuff like that, you know, if I would have had the money, I would have said, you know something, screw it, come and pick me up. We'll drive to Arizona and, you know, we'll play with Santee for the weekend and then come back. But, you know, when you're a poor white boy, you don't get to travel much. The only time I ever leave the house is to go to the grocery store and be told what I can't get and going on investigation. That's the only time I leave the house. So, you know, that's the fun of being a poor white boy, and that's fun. That's the fun of being a poor any boy. Don't matter what color you are, you're still poor. And the really cool thing is the way that girl loves to drive. We'd probably be in Arizona, you know, midday tomorrow. And if she didn't want to drive, I'd just close one eye and drive 4. Whispers from the dark, good morning. Let the party begin. Yeah, it ain't the collar, it ain't the collar of the dude, it's the poor. Amen with that, dude. Amen with that. I choose to not leave the house, too hot and humid. Hey, I'll tell you what, I didn't realize how hot and humid it was until, you know, I decided to go out and mow and everything yesterday. I was sitting here in the house, and it was like, okay, we've really not got any rain. Hey, Freedom, good to see you. We really haven't got any rain. The buckhorns and the weeds are growing like crazy, but the grass really honestly isn't. It's gone from a bright green we had in the spring to patches of green and brown now. But it rained on Tuesday night. I told the wife, as soon as it dries out, I'm just going to go out and level everything out again. That way we won't have to worry about it for a week or two again. It's been 3 weeks since I mowed. That's how little rain we've got. And boy, I'll tell you what, it got up to about 89 degrees yesterday. So I went on, put on my my tank top, put on my jeans, my old scrubby tennis shoes, went out there and weed eated everything around the trees and the tater patch and stuff like that. Got the mower out, put the gas in it, went to work. 3 hours later, about a half a gallon of water. I realized what heat stroke felt like. I started getting chills at 89 degrees. But I promised my wife it was going to get done, and it got done. And afterwards I came in here, I stripped off that tank top, sat right on top of one of the air conditioning vents, and just let that cold air run up my back and stuff. By last night, about 7 o'clock, I think I dozed off the first time, on my knees at the side of the bed, watching the new American Horror Stories with the wife, Dollhouse, and woke up at about 7:40, went back to sleep about 8, woke up at 8:20, and was in bed by like 10:30 or 11 last night and slept till 4:30 this morning. So 10:30, something like that. But I wound up sleeping till 4:30 this morning. And I woke up this morning and I felt like $1,000,000 frickin' bucks. My point, I hate driving. Sorry I didn't know. Morning Whispers from Freedom. Arizona Ghost Riders, one of my all-time favorite channels. You guys are editing gods. Dude, Whispers, everything I have learned about editing, I learned from Santee. He is my biggest mentor when it comes to knowing how to do these videos. I have sent so much stuff to him that I didn't know how to edit, and had him do things for me. You know, he's all the time messaging me, and I'm throwing these goofy ass video ideas out to him. He'll send me little video clips every once in a while, and I'll put them on my editing program and just make them completely retarded and send them back to him just to make him laugh. Because, you know, he works in the customer service field, and there's so little laughter in the customer service field, so I try to do everything I can to make him laugh. And, you know, it's really, it's hard to say that, or it's funny to say, I guess, that Santee is probably one of my best friends that I've never met. So when we do get together, which I think our wives are probably going to regret, because we're like two peas in a pod. And so, yeah, we'll probably wind up in jail. I mean, it's that, I'll be honest about it. We'll probably wind up in jail. We'll wind up in city jail in Tucson, or God forbid, Tombstone, or wherever the hell we wind up playing at. But anyway, that's what. Dudette. Oh my God, I am so sorry, Whispers. I had no clue. I guess I've just never heard you whisper. Oh, thank you, Jan. I appreciate that, honey. I'm sorry I'm going back up the chat here, what I missed. Show up, $9, went to bed at 4, female, not dude. Then again, I'm actually, I call girls and guys dude. Really love pictures on Mark's been posting on Facebook just a couple of days. He's been doing a lot with, you know, commemorating Big Mike's passing. Michael's been doing an awesome job putting up the pictures and stuff like that. I think since I won't be able to go to his celebration of life, I'm actually probably going to pull up some of the old videos that I filmed at Big Mike's for the decampments and the cowboy, some of the cowboy camps, and put them all together, put clips of them together in commemoration of Mike. Life isn't going to be the same without him. Lost in the name. I get called dude all the time. Tombstone jail won't hold us. Psst. Okay, cool. humor usually never ceases to crack me up. Oh my God. I've been to Tombstone as well. No, there's I won't. Shit. Told you I would. Maybe a day. Daughter comes home this afternoon for the weekend. Cool. Glad you get to spend some time with your girl this weekend. Dirty, rotten rapscallion needs to meet Marshall Drew at the gallows. Oh man, I can't wait for this weekend. I get to spend the whole weekend with Ty. I did, however, tell him if he wanted anything specific to eat over the weekend, since we'll probably spend most of the weekend grilling out, because it's supposed to actually be a little bit cooler this weekend. So, but I did inform them if they wanted anything special to eat, they had to buy it themselves, because we're po. Yeah, and it's a good thing you mentioned that, Tony, the fact that Santee has Bill as a backup. Because I'm still trying to figure out how to interview Bill. And that's one of the things that I was going to ask him during the interview is, how to how he can pick on Santee so much, and if he would help, if he would fight back to back with him if it came down to it. Only because Bill is a rapscallion, he's outlaw, but I think Bill had a heart. Just don't tell anybody that Bill had a heart, especially Bill. 2005, one of the Minutemen vigilantes at the border, stayed in Tombstone for a month. Wow, that would be fun. Like the devil, spend time with anyone, because nobody ever comes to see me. Most of my girls are laying eggs. Basket to collect, gonna be hotter in Hades here this weekend. Good morning, Rusty. Good to see you, bud. Bill likes it, but he does protect me. After all, I keep him in booze. Yeah. But we'll figure it out. We'll tempt Bill. We'll throw a bottle or something, up for him, and we'll get Bill tempted to do an interview, hopefully here soon, and be the first time I've ever interviewed a ghost. I mean, I do a lot catching them, EVPs and voice recordings and things like that, but to actually sit down and interview a ghost, I think it'd be kind of fun. I live in Iowa, an Iowa State Fair, and I never have. Should we message you or call when we get to the hotel on the 18th? That's a good question. That is a very good question. I would say, I would say either or. And then we'll figure out from there, you know, what's what. Taylor spent a summer. I spent a summer at the Iowa State Fair in Des Moines. We were premiering the show State Fair, which eventually went to Broadway. I saw the butter sculptures. Oh, that's cool. I will. I will, Jan. I'll message my phone number to you, and we'll figure everything out. I know the wife has to work the 18th and 19th. She has the 20th off for Ghostorama because she's going to come up, her and Ash, and probably Ash's friend Willow, since the Ghostbusters are going to be there, and Willow's such a huge Ghostbusters fan. We'll all be up there. So I don't know how I'm going to get up there early, but we'll figure it out. Even if I got to have Danny come down and grab me and go back to Paw Paw and just set our tent up and me stay there for the weekend, I have no problem doing that. I'm working on a project right now where I'm asking my great-great-great-great-grandfather a few questions. If it works, it'll be in a video. Very cool. Very cool. I leave my grandparents alone. They talk to me enough without devices. So there's nothing like waking up at 1:30 in the morning and hearing the voice of somebody who's been gone since 1983. So we have regular conversations. I'm excited too. Jan. So if my memory is starting to get better, that would be nice. Met two people from YouTube in person. One I haven't talked to in 4 years. The other one occasionally. Guess meeting me in person isn't worth it. I wouldn't say it's not worth it, Candy. I just think you live in one of those out-of-the-way places. See, you guys all know that's my goal. That's been my goal with the channel since I originally set up the channel. My original channel. Back in 2019. You know, it's been my goal to build the channel up enough that on occasion I can jump on a bus between the monetization from the channel and the donations. You know, just jump on a Greyhound and go and visit somebody for a few days and do some investigations and stuff in their locations with them. And then jump on a bus and come back home. Maybe the next month, jump on a bus again, go visit somebody else for a few days and do some recording. That's my goal. That's my goal. We'll just see if I can reach that goal this time around. I don't know. If you want to come and have dinner or something, we can all still hang out before Ghostorama, and hell, we could investigate one of these local little teeny tiny out of the way country cemeteries. Drew, I'll bring the steaks and Bullet. You bring the good conversation. That sounds like a deal. My dad visits often. My mom has a few times. I was at the Iowa State Fair as a rep for Kiefer, Bill, Dexter, Axel. Didn't work for either. There you go. I got a lamb leg I need to cook. Just Greyhound for a few days. I don't mind riding on a Greyhound. When I lived in downtown Indianapolis several years ago, everything I'd done was right there. If it was not in walking distance, it was a very short ride somewhere, 10, 15 minutes. I didn't bother buying a car when I lived down there. When I started dating a girl in northern Indiana, I'd jump on the Greyhound for 3 hours. Cost me $50. I'd drive up, spend a week, go back to Indy. You know, come to think of it, she never drove. She had a nice new car. She never drove to Indy to see me. Sounded a little one-sided there. Where I live is way too far for everyone. I'm an hour and a half north of Mobile, Alabama. It's out of the way for everyone. I've always wanted to visit Mobile. That's a little town. It's got a lot of history. Always wanted to visit Mobile. T-bone and a double shot of Bullet. There you go. I've kind of been avoiding the Bullet thing a little bit since the Civil War event last year, where I was hanging out with all the youngins while they were doing karaoke and stuff like that, and I kind of, let's just say, they didn't sell liquor in the saloon. They sold a lot of really sweet drinks. You know, sarsaparilla, root beer, red pop, cream soda, all kinds of stuff. So me and my bottle of Bullet started mixing drinks, and I realized how fast an entire bottle of Bullet would disappear. And needless to say, I guess I paid for it that night, but I have absolutely no memory whatsoever of paying for it. But I woke up the next day, my tent had actually been moved. I had 2 broken poles, and I guess I called the wife, crying like a baby and confessing my undying love to her. So I've been kind of avoiding Bullet. So Bullet's a very, very, very good friend to you when you're alone and you need a couple of shots. Bullet is a dirty rat bastard when you drink the entire bottle in like 3 hours, and you're mixing it with like really sweet stuff, so you're not feeling the effects of it until it's too late. I honestly think after like the 4th or 5th one, it started mixing itself. Let me see here. I'm gonna say how. And wife should come visit here. Have room, both of you. I'd have both of you. Rita's awesome. I love Rita to pieces. Never met her either. She is absolutely freaking. Every single time Santee does a video and I hear that pew pew at the end, I die. I die because that's something me and my mother-in-law share. She actually had a screen background on her screen on her phone for a while. It was two little penguins, and one of them had his fingers up like this, and that's all it said across the bottom was pew pew. So every single time I hear that pew pew at the end of one of his videos, I damn near pee myself, laughing so hard. 9 months, again, bring a good conversation. It's a deal. Rather cook ribeye than brisket. I'm a New York strip girl. Man, that could be taken several ways. Vehicle, gas money, heavy travel to see everyone. That's exactly how I am. If I had a vehicle and gas money, I would be traveling everywhere. We're smoking briskets and racks of ribs. Oh hell, that thing just jumped like crazy. There it is. Hey Mussolini, good to see you, bud. We did chicken fajitas last night. Last night here was hilarious because my wife's flub up turned into a great memory for me. We were just going to have salads last night, and there's a can of whatever those damn things are called that's wrapped in a corn husk and cooked. But and I can never remember the names of those frickin' things. But there was a can of them in the cabinet. Grandma loves those things. So the wife reached in, grabbed the first Hormel can she saw, pulled it out, popped it open. It was beanless chili. And she come in the bedroom just laughing about it. And I said, cool. I said, we got tortillas, tamales, thank you, Tony. I said, we got tortillas, we got shredded cheese. I'm going to make an old Taco Bell favorite, Cholitos. I said, as long as we got shredded cheese, we got sour cream, I'm there, dude. Wound up eating Cholitos till I was sick of Cholitos last night. Grandma got her tamales, the wife got a salad, even tried a couple Cholitos. She didn't remember them. Loved them. So now we got a new regular in the house. Beanless Hormel chili, shredded cheese, and sour cream on a tortilla. Discovered like hangovers, less than booze, don't mix bullet with other liquor. Oh, hell no. Oh, shit, Rusty's slipping in today in history already. 1686, city of Albany, New York is chartered. Where we at? 1796, Cleveland, Ohio, founded by General Moses Cleveland, originally called Cleveland. Public adopted the current name after a newspaper editor noticed the name was too long to fit on the page. Puts up with Santee. She's got to be awesome. Signal hope you're well. Victory in battle, 1864, Battle of Atlanta. General Sherman's Union side defeats Confederate troops under General Hood, with 8,449 Confederates and 3,641 U.S. casualties. 1893, Catherine Lee Bates writes America the Beautiful in Colorado. No relation to Kathy Bates, by the way. Ugh. She wrote that poem from atop Pikes Peak. Very cool. 1916, a bomb explodes during the Preparedness Day Parade in San Francisco, killing 10. 1918, lightning kills 504 sheep in Utah's Wasatch National Park. Dude, y'all seen that video that's circling around? It was a ring or a home security camera. Dude is walking down his driveway towards his car, and all of a sudden you see this crack of lightning come down and smack him right in the head. This dude just face down on the concrete. I was sitting there, I seen that yesterday, and I'm like, what the fuck? What? What? I mean, just clear as day. This dude wearing a white t-shirt, pair of jeans, got his hand in his pocket, walking down there, just all of a sudden, whoosh, bloop. So I understand how it can kill sheep when it hits the ground and electrifies the ground and stuff like that. My God, how this dude survived, I will never know. 1926, 105 degrees Fahrenheit, Waterbury, Connecticut. 1926, 108 degrees, Troy, New York. 1933, Katerina Jarborough sings Ada at New York Hippodrome, becoming the first black female opera singer to perform in the U.S. Oh yeah, and speaking of those temperatures, y'all pray for our friends over in the UK and stuff right now. They are under an unprecedented heat wave. I was talking to Chris from Bald and Bonkers the other day, and it was 34 degrees Celsius or something like that. He said, I don't know what that converts to in Fahrenheit, and I looked, it was 93.2 degrees. They are not used to that. No place in the UK sells air conditioners because they don't normally get warm enough to have air conditioners. It blew me away. I have never heard of temperatures like that in, especially in Scotland. I mean, my God, it's the North Sea. They're like 500 miles north and 1,000 miles east. You go 500 miles north of here, you're freezing your Watusis off. 1933, Wiley Post completes the first solo flight around the world. Takes 7 days and 19 hours. 1934, outside Chicago's Biograph Theater, Public Enemy #1, John Dillinger is mortally wounded by FBI agents. 1935, Lester Walton appointed U.S. Minister to Liberia. Today was Dillinger's death. Now see, that would be a cool investigation to do tonight. Go to the cemetery where Dillinger's buried at. Say, dude, it's been 88 years. What do you got to say about yourself? 1937, U.S. Senate rejects FDR. Try this again. 1937, U.S. Senate rejects FDR's proposal to enlarge the Supreme Court. 1939, Jane Boland becomes the first African American female judge in New York. I believe he's buried in Indiana. I don't know exactly where. But, nice thing about the modern internet, yep, Crown Hill Funeral Home and Cemetery, Indianapolis, Indiana. 1903 to 1934. Crown Hill Cemetery. 1942, gasoline rationing using coupons begins. Love to investigate Jesse James' death house on the day he was assassinated, but it's not possible. Sadly. 1950, WTHI TV Channel 10 in Terre Haute, Indiana, a CBS affiliate, begins broadcasting. 1955, Richard Nixon becomes the first U.S. president to preside over a cabinet meeting. Those cabinets didn't say much. 1958, U.S. performs atmospheric nuclear test at Bikini Island. 5,000 boobies exposed when their tops were blown off. I don't want to shut the door. I want to leave it open. Worst movie ever. 1959. Ed Wood's cult classic. Plan 9 from Outer Space. Called one of the worst films ever. Premieres. Oh, now I have to find this movie. And with some of the crappy B, C, and D film channels we have on the streaming service, I should be able to find it. I've got to check this out now. When they say it's the worst film ever, I'm a huge fan of like crap films, like films made in somebody's backyard on a budget of $5 and a pack of Rolos. Yeah, I've got to try to find this movie now and see just how bad it really is. 1960, Cuba nationalizes all U.S.-owned sugar factories. Good morning, Terry. Good to see you, dear. 1961, WBNB TV Channel 10 in Charlotte Amalie, Virginia. Begins broadcasting. 1962, first U.S. Venus probe. Mariner 1 fails at liftoff. At least it was a Venus probe and not a Uranus probe. My dad had his Uranus probe days ago. I got to call him today, by the way. 81 years old, had his very first prostate exam. I got to call him today and find out how he enjoyed that. See if his doctors are near as friendly as mine is. Mine does prostate exams through blood work. A lot of those old-time doctors still enjoy the crack of that latex glove. 1967, first major appearance by Vanilla Fudge. What the hell is a Vanilla Fudge? (1969) Aretha Franklin arrested for disturbing the peace in Detroit. No respect. No RESPECT. If you like bad movies, check out Blood-Sucking Freaks. It's really bad. I've seen it before. I've seen that one before. 1972, 10.84 inches of rainfall, Fort Ripley, Minnesota. State 24-hour record. (1972) Vagina 8 makes a soft. Venera 8 makes a soft landing on Venus. It's an old 1960s band. Love Vanilla Fudge. I like peanut butter fudge. Never heard of them. 1975, U.S. House of Representatives votes to restore citizenship to General Robert E. Lee. Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. Seen it. 1976, Let My People Come opens at Morosco Theater, New York City for 106 performances. Sounds like a porn. Let My People Come. Actually, it does. It sounds like an adult film version of Moses trying to escape Egypt. Anyway, let me see here. 1982, Academic Text Processing Service Forms in Seattle. 1983, Dick Smith makes first solo helicopter flight around the world. You just ain't making the connection. Maybe I have. Maybe I gotta look up some Vanilla Fudge songs after the stream this morning. 1986, U.S. House of Representatives impeaches Judge Harry E. Claiborne for tax evasion. 1988, 500 U.S. scientists pledged to boycott Pentagon germ warfare plan, or warfare research. What you think of them drilling a hole in that woman's head and sucking the brains through a straw? I don't remember that part. I don't remember that part. I remember the remake of that in the 80s, but I don't remember. I gotta check it out. Maybe I have heard them before. 1991, Jeffrey Dahmer confesses to killing 17 men in 1978. Yeah, we're not getting into him. Yeah, yesterday's video was enough serial killer for me. 1994, Doc Gooden admitted to Betty Ford Center. 1994, former NFL running back, broadcaster, and actor O.J. Simpson pleads absolutely 100% not guilty of murder. Okay, whatever. Yeah, I don't remember the brain sucking. I remember in a movie once seeing someone do that, but I don't remember if that was the movie or not. I do remember having a straw stuck in the person's head and they're sitting there, but I don't remember if that's the movie or not. 1995, Space Shuttle STS-70 Discovery 20 lands. 1995, Susan Smith found guilty of drowning her 2 children in South Carolina. 1997, the second Blue Water Bridge opens between Port Huron, Michigan and Sarnia, Ontario. 1999, Woodstock 99 Music Festival begins at Griffith Park, Rome, New York. Runs until the 25th, attended by 200,000, ended due to violence. That's because people just don't know how to behave themselves. a little bit of weed, a little bit of speed, a couple drops of acid. People become assholes. Oh. "2016, Hillary Clinton announces Virginia Senator Tim Kaine as her vice presidential running mate. 2017, 10 die in overheated tractor trailer in San Antonio, Texas, and a human in a lemming trafficking incident. I don't know, human trafficking incident. Yes, it will, Tony. Yes, it will. And that's all, folks. Thank you, Rusty. I really appreciate that. That was a good day in history. Short, sweet, to the point. That's some pretty cool shit in there. Shit. Good morning, Danny. Good to see you, bud. Hope you're doing well. Make your drug deals awful. Yeah, we were talking about Woodstock. It was Woodstock '99. Let me see here real quick. Yep, Woodstock '99 Music Festival. How it ended due to violence, and of course, I had to make a drug reference because, well, those old-time hippies and the young-time hippies got together and, well, they pharmacated probably a lot. A lot of STDs that year. Free love, dude. It's not free when you got to keep paying for the medicine month after month after month. The loving's free. That's the only part of it that's free. Once I discovered women, I found I no longer cared about drugs. Yes, I did say pharmacated. On this channel, we create our own language. Screw English. We create our own words here. I mean, after all, you're sitting down with the group now that created the word parahistoric. I loved registering that word. Parahistoric. If it's haunted, if it's just haunted, don't matter to us. If it's historic and it's haunted, we're there. I created the word technotard. Middle-aged dude that don't know shit about electronics or technology. Hence, a technotard. spitting chocolate milk out my nose. In the end, however, the drugs might have been cheaper. Amen to that, brother. Tony Lee, welcome, welcome. Good to see you. You don't got to apologize for feeding your children. Got to apologize for feeding them to each other, but I mean, you don't got to apologize for making them breakfast. I mean, yes, the chitlins take first priority. I mean, you guys know me. My daughter comes in here, my wife comes in, whatever. My daughter comes in, says she needs something. I tell her, get off her ass and make it herself. I went out in the kitchen last night at 11 o'clock and she was hiding down by the freezer trying to pop open my box of my last box of fudge Pop-Tarts. I said, are you seriously going to get in my Pop-Tarts without even asking me? She goes, I don't even really know if I want one or not. The second I opened the box, I wasn't even sure I wanted one. So she put them back up there, and I said, you know, you can have a Pop-Tart. She goes, yeah, they're just kind of bland. I said, put peanut butter on it. I said, it tastes like a Reese cup Pop-Tart. She goes, no, I don't really want peanut butter. I said, well, you mixed up some cream butter the other day for that stuff you was making. I said, spread some of that cream butter on there, warm that sucker up for a few minutes, spread some cream butter on that. She followed Dad's advice. First priority is part of the huge cost of discovery. Me too. I've been to different historical haunted locations to investigate. Hotel del Coronado, Baker Hotel. Nice. Nice, nice. Said chase my youngest down. This new puppy thing, like having a baby all over again. Oh, I am sure. Could have been your cigars. My reenactment clothes, a little bit of gears in my tote, packed and ready to go, just waiting on a ride. Yeah, I know. Your ride is messaging me. I'm trying to coordinate here. Yeah, your ride keeps messaging me. I'm trying to coordinate things with her. Creamy butter, that's love potion number 9, isn't it? Grape nuts was my dad's favorite. Actually, we do a lot with butter around here. She made something the other night. I don't remember what it was, but she mixed like heavy cream, a little bit of heavy cream, and just a dash of sugar with regular butter and made this full bowl of this creamy butter. Um, and of course, I've experimented with butter too. I make my own honey butter while I'm here, or while I'm here. Jesus Christ, I'm always here. Um, but I make my own honey butter. I made blueberry butter. I made pecan butter. Um, all kind. I made strawberry butter. Goes great on English muffins and stuff. I told you were live streaming, but she didn't see it. Yeah, I told her to. I told her to, but I keep messaging anyway. All right, guys, it is after 9. You guys know what time it is. It is time for me to go tinkle. So, y'all, talk amongst yourselves for a second. I'll be right back. Oh, diabetes, you're so fine. I really hate you, you blow. Oh, let me see here. Let me see here. Recipes. Recipes are real easy. I'll send them to you. Normally only two or three ingredients, and boom. Terry Brown. Good morning. Good morning. Good to see you. I'm a pro at coming in at the end of shows. One rebut. Oh, now I just answered your bloody butt. Get off my damn screen. Get on off that screen. Looks like you're going to be stuck at home for a while, Ty. She said she can't leave till afternoon because the kids got haircuts, and she's got to drop them off before she heads to get you. So, Walter mentioned. Let me see here real quick. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Morning, hey, morning. Natural talent. Either that or know how to clear out a room. There you go. That's one of my personal favorites is how to clear out a room. I do have social anxiety disorder. I know y'all can't tell by the jokester I am up here and the fact that I do public speakings at reenactments and I do historical speaking and stuff like that. But my whole life I've suffered from social anxiety disorder. I hated going to reunions when I was little, and that was my family. I hated it. Festivals, stuff like that. I cover it well, but I don't like it. I'm going to run, stay safe. All right, Whispers, you take care of yourself and have a good Friday. Hopefully, we'll catch you tonight. I thought you were leaving there. No, nope, I'm here. Oh Lord, she said you yelled at her. I did not yell at her. Hold on a second. Oh, bloody hell. Oh, let me see here. I'm a clown. Oh, Lord said you, green beans and cucumbers starting to come in the garden. We'll be canning soon. Good. Teach my wife how to can. That way we can put in a big garden next year. We had all that stuff last year. This year, the only thing I put in the ground was potatoes. That's the only thing I put in the ground this year was 12 potato plants. And so far, only 6 of them come up. Tomatoes and peppers for us. Need to learn a lot though. Family I can handle, the general public not so much. I gotta hop in the shower, get dressed, eat something, whatnot. All right, Ty. We'll see you this evening, bud. Be careful and enjoy the trip. You actually get to see it this time instead of riding on a train all the way. Never make salsa without wearing gloves. True story. I learn. I'll be happy to teach her. I think something ate my potatoes. Something eats my potatoes and I'm going to eat it. Well, I guess not exactly elder demanded sheep. Joking manner. Oh, okay. I just sent her a message, say, when did I yell at you? My daughter just made homemade fig jam from the fig trees in my backyard. Ooh, that sounds good. One of my mother-in-law's friends over here at the apartment, he makes freezer jam all the time. We got some strawberry and we got some blueberry. So I'm real anxious to tear into that freezer jam. Oh my God. Tony, tell me about it, ma'am. Tell me about it. Back when I used to escort oversized loads, I was that guy that drove behind the farm equipment or the mobile homes or whatever was being transported. And that was the worst part, was driving from the Indiana Illinois border to the Iowa Illinois border. 90% of it was nothing but open field. I've been out there in snowstorms. I've been out there in the blinding heat. It all looks the same. Miles and miles and miles of nothing. So believe me, I understand. All right, I got one cigar left. Yep. I am moving on to one of these disgusting, icky, ultralight 120s. Bleh. yeah. It was especially on hot homemade scones. Ooh. I got a few spuds growing. Need to dig. Farmers over here saying it's a bad year for spuds. I've not really heard anything bad about taters, especially around here. Um, Mine seem to be growing very, very well. Um, but then again, I planted them late because here potatoes are about the only thing that's not expensive right now. So they start to get expensive right around the end of October when the season has pretty much ended. So I wanted a late year potato crop because we go through a lot of potatoes with homemade french fries and fried potatoes and mashed potatoes and everything. So I planted them the second week of July knowing they'd come out of the ground the second week of October or start coming out of the ground the second week of October. That way we had our late year potato crop. So I might double up next year and actually plant an early year crop and a late year crop. That way we don't even have to buy potatoes at the frickin' store. We're in England, Yorkshire. Awesome. One of these days, man. One of these days, Tony, I plan on coming over to the UK. That's where my family, one of three places. My family originally came from Ireland, Scotland, and England. The Ellsworths in my family came from south of Cambridge, a little area called Ellsworthshire. So it's my goal before I finally get put in the ground myself and someone's investigating me to actually see County Cork, where my family, the Mahonies in my family came from. Of course, the area around Eilean Castle in Scotland that the McRaes in my family have owned since the 1600s, and England. Won't get me shot right before it. I might just pretty corpse, not much conversation. My daughter's always making something. She loves to cook. Same way I am, Candy. I'm always cooking. Always cooking. Thing in Illinois like here to see is welcome to Missouri. Go get some cigars. Will do, ma'am. Will do. True, that's Texas for me. Never want to drive through that again. Dude, I did that when I was in Texas. When I went to Texas, I started off in Houston and wound up driving clear to the center of Texas, then drove to the Panhandle, then drove to Wichita Falls, then drove to Dallas-Fort Worth, and then back to Houston. Of course, spattering of trips to Galveston to go fishing, Victoria, the Woodlands, Humble, Dayton, Liberty, all over that area. Believe me, I know. What about Cheyenne cigars? I used to smoke Cheyenne cigars. I smoked them, and they got to the point where every night I would wake up and it felt like my lungs were peeling. And so I quit smoking Cheyennes and started smoking these Supreme blend that come out of Dallas, Texas. And they're a good cigar. I mean, not to mention the fact you can't beat that price. I get a whole box of these things for like $20 and change, 15 packs, so like 75 cigars. Back when the previous channel was monetized, they actually started ordering me a case a month, and well, a case every 2 months they would order me. That's 12 packs or 12 boxes of 75 cigars. So I go through roughly 2 boxes in a week and a half. So, every couple of months, and then I had extras in case they couldn't get any more. But since starting a new channel and being unmonetized and stuff like that, they had a surplus of my cigars built up down here. So I just been buying them as fast as I can because, they might get them 3 or 4 months in a row, and then all of a sudden, you don't see them for 2 months. The supplier don't have them. They're not in the warehouse or anything. So I try to snag them puppies up as fast as I can and surplus them. I'm going to start some more growing. It's been a late year over here anyway. Funny weather. It's been weird here. Here they tell you not to really even think about putting your crops in the ground until after the end of May, because here in Michigan we've still had snow in May. So a lot of times they tell you to don't even try to plant your garden till the first day of June, because it might get snowed on. Cool, it'll be awesome. My partner was born in Ely, Cambridgeshire. Very cool. Besides that, I've always wanted to see Cambridge University. Been to Scotland, it is lovely, but would love to go to Ireland too. A lot of strife over there still. Oh wow. Yeah, it's sad that there's so much strife and stuff over there. Of course, we have followers on here. I'm part of the Bald and Bonkers network. You have, which is Dakota, who lives in Idaho, and Chris, that lives in Scotland. Of course, you've got Andrina, which goes by Drew, and I call her Drew 2. She calls me Drew 1. I call her Drew 2. She lives in Scotland. Of course, we have Sherry that lives in England. We've got people in Wales, spattered all over England. There's so many people over there I'd like to see. Not to mention, I'm a huge historian. And to sit and think this country here is 300 years old. I mean, colonization started in the 17th century. Seriously started in the 17th century. So, you're talking 300-400 years old, where, the colonization started here. There's people living in houses that are over 1,000 years old all over the UK. There is Roman architecture that's 1,500 years old still standing there. Castles that are 15, 16, 17, 18, 2,000 years old that have, some of them are still in ruins, some of them are still in beautiful shape. I would love to investigate and film a lot of those locations. That is a big bucket list thing for me. You're assured a place in heaven just for that drive alone. Hey, Killed my first baby rattlesnake at an encampment over there at a historical encampment. Little baby dude hiding in the woodpile. My girlfriend's sitting on the tailgate of the station wagon. We're loading wood up. I pick up a log. She goes, "Get back! That's a baby rattlesnake." I'm like, "Where?" She goes, "That thing right there that's all coiled up." I said, "It's not rattling." She said, "It's too little to have a rattle yet." Hey, he's still moving. He's not rattling. He's never going to rattle. I wound up picking the little devil up, laid him up on top of the logs, got back to camp, laid him on a fire ant hill, and before the day was up, pulled out some silver and cobalt blue beads and made the old woman that was running the event a pair of earrings out of his vertebrae. So I probably don't have a place reserved in heaven after killing that poor little baby that was just sitting there just shaking his tail at me. Would love to see Scotland and Ireland. Me too. Our room's coming along great. Cobs are corn. The cobs are setting on. This year's been odd weather-wise, cold, long one day. Then yeah, exactly. I love Drew Two's channel. I do too. Drew's funny. I love her to pieces. We are into history big time. Yeah. Neolithic stuff. Cave drawings. Oh my God. Cave drawings going back 30,000 years. It's amazing. Cave drawings going 30,000 years. Poor itty bitty venomous snake. I would have shot the son of a. The log did the work, dude. The log did the work. Ain't nothing like a nice solid piece of cut mesquite about that big around and about that long. I mean, this thing was no bigger than a garter snake. That's what was so funny about it. He's all coiled up and that little tail's just doing this, and I'm like, you sure that's a rattlesnake? Kind of puny. She says, if he bites you, you're gonna die because they can't control how much venom they release. They just empty their whole sack. Oops. Really upset me because I was looking forward to getting the skull and making a little necklace out of the skull, and the damn ants pulled his head down inside the fire ant hill. So by late afternoon, early evening, he was completely stripped of all meat, everything. He was clear down to the bone. And they pulled the head down inside the damn hole, so I couldn't get the head. But she got a real pretty set of earrings out of that deal. Mesquite is almost as bad as the snake. Dude, I love mesquite. I love mesquite. My buddy Mike, that lives just a block or so over, he's got a nice big smoker. And one of his friends, John, has huge barrels of cut mesquite, and when he smokes bacon or smokes ham or brisket or something like that, he always smokes them on mesquite. When I lived in Texas, when I first got to Texas, my friends used to smoke a brisket every Sunday, and they always used mesquite when they did it, and I developed a love for mesquite. When we were out there in Central Texas in Sterling County, Sterling City, Texas, doing that historical encampment, we were in the middle of a cattle ranch south of Sterling City, and that's all it was longhorns, tarantulas, armadillos, and mesquite. Oh, and oil derricks with Johnny Poppers on them. Nothing in the world like laying down at night to go to sleep, and off in the distance, all you hear are several pieces of equipment going for like 15 or 20 minutes, just to keep those derricks pumping. Then they'd shut off for a little bit, and then they'd fire back up again. After the first night, you get used to it. Heard a lot of people having really bad reactions to mesquite thorns. Oh, I don't know about the thorns. We never had an issue. Never had an issue with them. Texas was kind of cool though. I enjoyed Texas. Saw my first dung beetle. Got to pet a longhorn. We had this one longhorn that wanted to come into camp constantly. And a lot of times you'd come walking out of your tent or something, and there he was just laying in the middle of camp. People sitting all around him in chairs and stuff. He'd start trying to scratch his head on somebody's chair, knock him over. It's like a 2,000-pound dog. When it comes to gators, crocs, snakes, spiders, black flies, mosquitoes, the only good ones are dead ones. Never been close enough to a gator or a croc to worry about it. Snakes don't really bother me. Spiders, depends on the kind of spider. Saw my first black widows in Texas. They like to get down, where your water meter's at in your front yard or something. They'll get down inside those pits where your water meter's at. So the guy that comes around and reads your water meter, sometimes they got to have this spray, and they'll spray it all over the pit and kill them, and then like 3 or 4 days later, new ones move in. But black flies, never really had a problem with black flies. And mosquitoes don't like diabetic blood. Don't want to have mosquito bites anymore, get diabetes. I'll get a mosquito land on me. He'll stick his little horn inside me, and I'll automatically pull it out and fly away. He don't like that. In Lonesome Dove, Jake had a bad reaction to a mesquite thorn in his thumb. I don't know. I never got pricked by a mesquite thorn, so I don't know. Ticks like it. Oh yeah. I didn't have diabetes when I was in Texas, but that's where I got my first tick bite. I was actually up in Wichita Falls, and I was getting ready to get in the shower, and took off my jeans, and I noticed this thing on my left shin, and called my girlfriend in there, and I'm like, what the hell is that? She said, that's a tick. I'm like, I'll be damned. I grabbed him right up by the skin, pulled him. I have still got a brown spot on my leg where that tick was at. 23 years later, 24 years later, that spot is still there where that tick was hooked into me at. Black flies in North Carolina during the summer can be just horrible. Never noticed black flies before. How should my partner Katie and I, address you? Call me Drew. That's what everybody calls me. Call me Drew. D-R-E-W. Boom. Just like that. I had 5 to 6 on the first spring visit to the cabin site. Oh, wow. Nice to meet you too, Tony. Welcome very much to you and Katie both. Well, you go on and let them suck your blood, bud. I try to stay away from them. When I know there are ticks out and around, I usually will have my combat boots on or my tack boots, and I tuck my pants into my tack boots, and I don't take no chances. I don't like playing with them ticky poos. It was a bugger pulling that one out of my leg. I don't even want to think about getting them anyplace else. Now, I'll tell you one little annoying critter that I have always wanted to encounter. And, you know, our Tony Lee could probably tell me about an experience with them. They got these little things up in the UK called midges. I guess they're just as annoying as mosquitoes, but don't bite. It's like walking into a swarm of gnats. I've always wanted to experience midges. But then again, you guys know me, I'm all about the experience. There are other names some use, but not in Mexico. It's true. It's true. Sometimes I'm just a dirty rat bastard. Sometimes I'm a ass. I bought a case of bug spray. Midges are very irritating. They cloud all over you. See? A new experience. I love new experiences. Another place I'd love to go in Scotland is Culloden. I would love to go to Culloden. I was going for rapscallion. Yeah, that's pretty fun. Of course, I had family on both sides of the conflict in Culloden, which is really, really funny, because when Queen Mary returned to Scotland from France, my entire clan, the entire McRae clan, fought with Queen Mary. And by the time Culloden came around, my family had split. So we had half Jacobite, half Hanoverian. And then somehow, some way, 9 years after Culloden, everybody got back together again and decided that it was time to come to America. So oh yeah, I know a little bit about the Jacobite Rebellion. Yeah, the way I figure it, and I've told this several times before on here, but the way I figure it, you know, just a few years after Culloden was over, my family all got back together, and they were all sitting around the fire somewhere, still in hiding, because even after the uprising, the Jacobites were hunted like crazy. And I figured the family was all sitting together in hiding, and one of the guys, one of the family members come running in, and they're like, "Did y'all hear about this thing going on over in America? The Brits are fighting the colonists over there. The French have got involved too. We need to move our arses over there. We can fight the fucking English again." And they all got on a boat and came to America. Bought 100 acres of land right in the middle of the 7-Year War. I mean, right in the middle of the territory of the 7-Year War. They wanted to be involved in it. They didn't care. Also know the Skyboat song. Know it well. I am a huge lover of Gaelic and Celtic music, the Gaelic language. I've always wanted to learn Gaelic, Scotch Gaelic, but it's a really hard language to learn when you're the only one around speaking it. If I had somebody to sit and work with me and converse with, I could probably pick it up. But I've watched a lot of videos on the Gaelic language from the Gaelic school in northern Scotland. And it's so hard when you're doing it by yourself. My bro-in-law learned the pipes. I'm aware. I've got a set of pipes. My friend Alan, who's actually Scottish but lives in England, he lives in Derby, England, about 90 miles north of London. He bought me a nice set of pipes and brought them to me. And I didn't have those things for 6 months, and the bladder blew on it. So they've been sitting in a bag waiting for me to try to actually get an actual bladder, not a rubber bladder, to go back in there. Someone learning bagpipes is a tough thing to be near. Yes, yes. I actually, I guess, sounded good when I started practicing before the bladder blew in my pipes. But I've heard a lot of people, which I've got a very good bagpipe playing friend down here that played at me and my wife's wedding. We actually had the wedding, and then instead of having a reception, we had a huge ceilidh after the wedding. You guys have seen the pictures of me and my royal steward, and her in her Irish clan with her tartan strap on her dress and stuff. But my friend tested my pipes out and told me, he said my friend got a very good deal on them, and absolutely loved them. He said they were a very, very good set, very high price set. He was very surprised we got them at such a good deal. Drew the Champion. I wish that snowboarding challenge happened. Me too, Joe. Hi, Joe. By the way, long time no see. We can't speak a word of Gaelic. Find a chanter. Do those close to you a favor. Katie plays side drum in a pipe band. Is it a pipe band I would know, Tony? Is it a band that's made a lot of videos and have been filmed a lot? Like, you know, a band like Clanadonia or something like that? JoJo. Yeah, I'm doing great, bud. I'm doing good. It's, yeah, I'm doing all right. Alive and kicking. I still get up every morning, wiggle my toes in the carpet, and to me, that's a heller start to the day, bud. When you get up and you can wiggle your toes in the carpet and you can still feel them, your day can't start off any better than that. I mean, unless you walk out on your back porch to kiss your wife goodbye when she goes to work and there's a huge chest of money sitting there. I mean, yeah, that'd be a great start to the day too, but I mean, if that ever happened, I wouldn't be here. I'd be traveling around visiting you guys. Bridgington. I do have a handful of events that were filmed. Let me look here. Flip over here. Oops. Bridgington. Let's try Bridgington band. Well, posh. Red Rum Club, Bridgington Spa, Bridgington Village Band. I'm gonna have to look. I'm gonna have to look. So, I mean, it's Bridgington's local pipe band, East Yorkshire. Okay. All right, Tony. You have a good day too, bud. Bridgington Echo. All right, we'll try that. Bridgington Echo 75th Anniversary VE Day. Bridgington Holiday Home. Echo ad. Cool. I will definitely have to check into that. I love a good pipe band. I love traveling. I do too. I wish I could still drive. All right, Jan. Yep, we only got about 3.5 minutes left, and I'll be heading out. So, good morning, Crypt Keeper. Good to see you. You have a good day, Jan. And I'll talk to you later today, I'm pretty sure. Of course, I'll keep you informed of Ty's travels as he informs me. That way, we'll know if they're going to be here in time for the live stream tonight or not. Brenna seems to think they will. She said leaving at noon, they should get here around 5 or 5:30. So we'll just have to wait and see. Oh, but yeah, I will definitely check her band out if I can find more videos of theirs. I love good pipe music and stuff. I'm a big fan of Clanadonia. I love the old man on the drums. He's always out front. He is a showman. The whole group are showmen, but you know, him out front with the drum on, just moving and dancing, getting out in the crowd. You could tell they have been. You can tell they have been playing for a while. Link above what? Link. I don't see a link. There's no link. I don't see a link. Don't tease me. Maybe this will help. Boom, right there. Tap. Awesome. Already got that link pulled up. I'll be watching them here in just a couple minutes. But all right, guys, it is about that time. We have only got a couple minutes, few seconds left, actually. About 30 seconds. You guys all have a great day. Have the best day you possibly can. Like I said, I'll be on tonight, 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, hopefully with Ty here with me. We'll probably end up doing this out by the jailhouse. You just never know. Depends on how hot and humid it is. UK's not the only ones that's stuck in a heat wave right now. It was supposed to be low 70s by now here, according to the forecast earlier in the week. We're still up near 90. So I know when Chris done his video the other day from Scotland, it was 93 degrees Fahrenheit. We are 5 hours behind the UK, Tony. My guess would be it's about 3 o'clock p.m. at your house right now, if we're on the same time zone difference that I am from Sherry and Chris and Andrina. If we are, then that puts me 5 hours behind you. But that's it, guys. Like I said, have a great day. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. God bless you. God love you, He do. Yep. About midnight. So, If you guys can make it, fantastic. If not, I completely understand. I really do. I'm not one for staying up half the night either, unless I've got an investigation going on. Then I'm all over that. But still, about 2 or 3 o'clock, I start to wind down. So, you guys all have a great day. Good to meet you too, man. Awesome, awesome. I love my UK brothers and sisters. Like I said, that's where my family came from multiple generations ago. So I always have that tight bond with the UK and everybody there. So we'll catch you guys tonight, 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here. But I'm out of here. Y'all have a great day.